everyone, I'm Dani. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking this episode. If you're new, please be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up at the end if you like it. Also share it with your friends. If you haven't already, also follow me on all of my social media, so at Dani Walker on Instagram and at Pageant Access. The Dani Walker account is going to be featuring more things leading up to the Road to Miss Montana USA series that I have created, and the Pageant Access Instagram features a lot more pageant dresses and pageant news and updates. So follow both of those if you guys want to keep in touch with me. Recently, one of you asked if I would show you my interview dress. Now, I don't have an interview dress for Miss Montana 2018, but I still have my interview dress for 2017. I don't have my gown anymore. That actually sold right after the pageant. That dress went so fast because it's so beautiful on stage. Actually, the girl who bought it from me ended up placing top 5 at her state pageants, so the dress does well. Right, so I searched and searched and searched for dresses last year for interview, and the thing about it, I actually had several dresses that were approved for the interview competition. At Miss Montana, we actually have wardrobe approvals, which is not typical for every state pageant, but every state is a little bit different. So when you pick out your wardrobe, you actually have to send it to somebody at the pageant and they approve it before you get to the pageant. If your wardrobe isn't approved, you can't wear it, and if you showed up wearing that wardrobe at the pageant, then you can be disqualified, which I didn't want to be disqualified, so you get it approved and you wear it to the pageant. This dress, which I'm going to show you, it's, oh gosh, there's tape on this thing. Oh, why is there tape here? I don't even know what that's for. This was my interview dress. It's all wrapped up. Here, I'll take it out for you. This was purchased from Dillard's. Sorry about all the plastic noise. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen it there. I searched for dresses, and there were a few that I liked and a few that I loved, and I ended up going with this one for a couple reasons. I bought it online, so I didn't get to try it on before. So what I did was I went to several different stores and I just started trying on dresses with colors and shapes that I liked. Things that were similar to maybe something that I had seen online. So after I did that, I decided that some of the dresses that I had liked online, I didn't like that style on me in person. So I changed all of the choices that I had, and I started going in a different direction. This Calvin Klein, and I'm such a fan of Calvin Klein dresses. I think they're so great for so many pageant interviews. So this Calvin Klein I really liked because it's made of neoprene, and neoprene is almost like a wetsuit type of material, and I liked that because it's not a tweed and it's not a poly or a cotton blend, so I thought it was really different and I liked that. The other thing that I liked about it was that right here you can see, so this line right here, it went right to my waist. I liked the little buckle detail. I thought that it wasn't too distracting, so I didn't mind that there. But the reason I like that is just because I am pretty straight. I don't have really big hips. I don't have this crazy hourglass figure. So I wanted to choose something that was going to accentuate my waist a little bit more. And I loved wrap dresses, but I couldn't find any wrap dresses in my budget. So I wanted to go with something that created that same type of look. The other thing I liked about it was the really small keyhole slit across the chest. In an interview, especially for pageants, you don't necessarily want to have all your boobs hanging out. That's not the good kind of attention that you want. So I went and I got this one because I liked that it showed a little bit of skin, but it was still conservative with this boat neckline that it has. This was the last dress that Dillard's had, so it was a size 2 and it was too big on me, and I didn't want to take it to alterations to go get this one done, but I can sew a little bit. So I took in the sides myself. I'll show you the inside, and I actually took up the bottom. I don't think the judges would have noticed this, even though it's something that I would have noticed, so I just tacked up the bottom. You're gonna see in the inside. I very lightly tacked it up because it was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. And then for the inside, I'll show you the inside. Where did I sew it? I'll show you the inside of it. So this is how I sewed the inside. What I did was I split the side seam. There are multiple seams on this dress, but I just altered the side seam because I didn't think anything else really needed it too much. So I split both of the side seams so it would be even, and I re-sewed. So I guesstimated about how much more I wanted the dress to be taken in, and then I sewed right along that line. See, so it's like a little bit messy, but on the outside it's not messy, it just looks clean. And I did this with a sewing machine, didn't do it by hand. So as you can see, I took in, you know, about a 1/2 inch more because that's the original seam line and then that's the line inside. So all I did was follow that parallel line all the way to the bottom of the dress, and it worked and it looked great and I liked it and it looked fitted. So it was perfect and there was no bunching on the sides. There were no wrinkles or anything like that. As you can see, it's just like, it's really smooth looking. The only thing that I couldn't do because I don't have a professional presser, which I probably could have taken it to a dry cleaner, was to make that bottom hem really crisp and have it lie flat. I thought that it did look a little bubbled, but if it's something that a judge wasn't looking for, then I knew that they wouldn't be distracted by it. All right, other thing was my shoes. People wanted to know about my shoes. So I saw a picture of shoes like this on Instagram and I saved it. I was like, oh, I really like those shoes. And I searched everywhere. And what I liked about the shoe, this one, is that it didn't have a platform. So it wasn't chunky like a tippy top heel, but it had a really tall stiletto heel. I also liked that it was closed-toed. The pageant was at the end of summer / beginning of fall, and it was already starting to get cold out. So for me, I wanted to choose something that would have been appropriate for the season that I was in. I didn't want to look like I was in the springtime or in the summertime. So I really wanted a closed-toed heel, and I loved these so much. So I searched and searched, and I couldn't find them. Everybody was out of stock with these shoes. So finally I went on Poshmark and I searched there and I found them, and they were only, I don't know, $15, $20, something like that. They weren't that expensive. And the only bad thing about these shoes is that they're really uncomfortable. Because of the really extreme slope of the heel, I can't take more than a few steps in them, so I can only use these for interview or very short appearances. It's kind of weird. It's like they're so squished. It's like my toes are gonna fall out the side of it when I wear it. But I knew that I was only taking a few steps into the interview room, so it wasn't like I'd be walking a mile in them. That's why I decided to wear them. Beauty is pain, right? So that was my interview dress for last year. The other thing about this interview dress was that when I was searching online, every dress that I was really drawn to was red. All of my top picks were red. Every dress that I found, red. And I didn't want to wear red into interview, not because my gown was red. I just didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling red in the interview, and I know that a lot of girls can relate to that. I know a lot of girls who will wear one color on stage, but they will not wear it in an interview, or vice versa. And I think that might have played into my confidence a little bit, who knows. But this year I don't think I'm gonna go with red again, and unless of course it's the only one that I can find that I love again. I won't say never, but I probably won't wear a red interview dress this year just because I wore it last year and I like to change things up and I want to do something different and fun and new. So I'm still on the hunt. I don't know yet. I have ideas, but I'm just not sure. I hope you guys enjoyed that little insight into why I picked my interview dress and where I got it. If you guys have questions about your interview dress, let me know. Leave those in the comments below, or you can always comment on my Instagram account at Dani Walker or at Pageant Access. You can DM me. I love hearing from you guys and helping you prepare for your pageants. If you are looking for pageant coaching, I do offer that as well. So you can email me at daniwalkermusic@gmail.com if you are interested in some private coaching lessons. So you guys can message me if you are interested in some private coaching lessons. Until then, thank you for watching this episode. I hope to see you at the next one.